Well, welcome back, my friends, to a Bark River Cub rendition of Choir Boys Outdoors. Now, this was sent to me by JR to check out. I love it. It's gorgeous. Last Sunday, we did the pig sticker and we did another one. I can't remember the other one. It was in Crewwear. One was in 154 CM and one was in Crewwear. One chipped, one waffle, right? Here's what I've noticed about the comments on that video. People either love Bark River or they don't. They hate them, right? And hate's a strong word. They either like them or they don't. Let me put it that way. My thing on them is this: just from a channel standpoint, not from an owner standpoint. I don't own one. Would I? Yes, absolutely. I like this one a lot. But from a channel standpoint, they are good for a knife channel. Why? Because it brings people in. Some people love them, some people hate them. You get some from both sides, and I like to have and see the debates. Now, guys, real quick, before I get too far into this, big shout out to my son and my daughter-in-law. They welcomed a 7-pound, 11-ounce baby boy this morning, Mr. Mason Lane. That is my third grandchild, and our Megatron and I's third grand boy. We've got all boys for grandchildren. I wanted a little girl this time. That's all right. We're just excited. They had to do an emergency C-section on my daughter-in-law, and the baby came fine. She's recovering well. Everybody's doing well, and we are very, very thankful for that. And lots of love headed to Alabama to the 3 grandboys and our kids. Here's the thing, guys. Back to the knife. Thank you for that little stoppage. I was going to do it either way, whether you like it or don't. It's my grandkids. Here's the thing about this knife in particular, the Bark River. I think I like this one as much as I've liked any Bark River, and that's not my normal. I like the size of this. This could definitely be a pocket fixed blade. Let's talk about the specs while we got it here in hand. Overall length is 8 1/4. We've got a blade length. And if we're just going by the top, we'll go by the top of the handle scales. The blade length is right at, what is that? That is right at, I'd say 13/16, something like that. It's right above 3/4. Yeah, that'd be 13/16 blade length. So our cutting edge is 3.5. It has a slight sharpening choil. The blade width, now it's a modified clip point. Blade width is right at 1 1/8 inches. The inner grip on this bad boy is right at, let's see, 3 3/4. But you add that pommel, which is rounded comfortably. The ergos of the pommel make it to where you could drop a pinky, and if you drop a pinky, you got about 4 3/16, which is really, really comfortable in hand. The blade stock is right at 1/8. The handle thickness is right at 7/8. I believe we've covered everything. It's got 2 beautiful fullers. This is the Bark River Cub. Made in Michigan, where Megatron is from. It's in CPM 3V. We've got some nice wood handle scales there, black G10 liners, mosaic pins. I like the look of this. I like that it's got a really nice 90-degree spine. It came razor sharp, came with a great leather sheath. Bark River does quality sheaths, in my opinion. They really do. They send you a nice leather sheath. This one was no different. This one's set up, you can go scout carry. You can go Molly compatible. You could go belt carry. It gives you a couple options, and I like that. To be honest with you, I would probably take the loop off. And just put it and slide it in my pocket. I like that pocket fixed blade aspect that much. It fits well. It fits comfortably. And again, it came stupid sharp, full convex like they always do. We're going to do a little tire stabbing here. Here's what I did. Since we had a couple failures last week, I simply decided to do the exact same thing. Let's take a minute and watch. Little blade work there, old scab doing it. My zip tie test. Let me take a minute. I get some of the dumbest ass comments on this. Listen, this isn't to show the sharpness of the knife. It's to put pressure on the edge to see if it'll chip, if it'll waffle, if it will warp. That's why we do it. I think it's a great one because of everything we do. I try to do things that people actually do. You know, I don't always accomplish that because I'll be honest with you, not everybody cuts industrial materials like we do, but everybody on this planet at some point or other, some point in time, has cut zip ties. They just have. We all have. Here, we're just doing our normal cutting. That's some Kevlar fire hose, a good tough medium there. The knife had no problem with it. I like showing you guys a bunch of different mediums, whether it's water hose, ratchet strap, fire hose. If we're shaving a stick, an apple, I like giving you a lot of different looks. Why? Because y'all cut a lot of different things, and I do too. But it's a good way to show hand position, how comfortable is it in hand, how easy is the knife to manipulate. Those things to me are as important as anything. If the handle's not comfortable and the knife's not comfortable, if it's not easy to manipulate, you're not going to carry it. I don't give a damn who you are. And if it's your only knife, if it's not comfortable, you're going to get another one. You know you are as well as I do. So some of the stuff I do, yes, is to show the sharpness. Some of the stuff we do is to simply time in hand, right? How long can you cut in a certain position, etc. That's just one of the little nuances we do. I like cutting the ratchet strap because, again, maybe you haven't cut ratchet strap, but you've seen it. You know how tough it can be. And that's important to me. Let's take a second now and just kind of watch the knife work, and I'll pick up with you guys in just a few. Coward. So you'll notice I did everything here that I did in the other reviews. Why? Last Sunday was a case in point, right? I knew there'd come a time where a knife or two knives would fail. I didn't know they would be back to back and from the same company, but I knew it would happen. By doing things the way that we do them, I'm not saying it's the best way. It's the best way for me. It gives you guys a chance to compare one knife against the other. You know what to expect, especially if you're one of those folks who watch a lot of the videos. You know exactly what to expect from a well-performing knife or a poorly performing knife. And that way you can make up your own decision. I like Bark River. I really do. Would I own one? Yep. You may not. But you may have your eye on a particular knife. If you can watch 4 or 5 of my videos and then watch the knife you like, you'll have a good sample size of how that knife stacks up, and if you're spending your money wisely. I hope. That is my goal. My goal is to help you with a purchasing decision, not sell you a knife. Guys, listen, I am super appreciative, always will be, to JR. He allows me to check out some badass blades, some badass American companies. Brother, thank you so much. This one, the fire's for JR. He's an awesome dude, awesome brother in the blade, and we wouldn't be nowhere near where we are without him. Guys, there was a time in this country where 22 veterans a day took their own lives. Now, stats are everywhere. We're headed towards the weekend. That means the number will be higher. That's why here on this channel, we focus on the number 0. Anything over 0 is simply unacceptable. Guys, I back the blue. It's not popular. That's okay. I don't shove it down your throat. Finally, if you're an addict, and I am, never quit quitting. Well, I'm Scab, and you're not.